Hi, good morning, YouTube. It's Dreamy Pisces coming to you today, this early morning. It's like almost 6 o'clock, and I had to go out to the store. I was a little overwhelmed with some different thoughts, so just wanted to talk about it this morning. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a positive, uplifting video or not. I really don't know how it's going to come out. I'm just talking, so I don't know. I'm going to try to keep it positive, but some days you just have days where you look at how crappy everything is. So I was just sitting here thinking about how we spend our lives in this rush trying to create something against this clock, because we've got the clock of time, we've got the clock of age, and we are like, oh my God, we gotta do something. We have to follow this system to be this person, to create this atmosphere of having a home and raising the children in this system. And we beat ourselves, we rape ourselves, we rape our time to follow this system, to get this life that no matter what the levels are that you get in this life, there is always a higher level to reach. There is, in a lot of cases, levels of unsatisfaction, because once you hit that level, what happens? I need more. So you're no longer satisfied with where you are. So you have to climb up further. You get to that higher level. I need more. You keep climbing. And so what is it? And then before you know it, one day you die. I tell myself that life is just about experiences. It's about the experience. But I find that life is about chasing a dollar, chasing, status quo, chasing degrees, chasing corporate ladders, chasing the latest fashion trends, chasing so many things, killing ourselves in the process, unknowingly and knowingly, to obtain this illusion of what is considered as success. But we all want it. I want it. I try not to look at images of people with, a lot of money, or watch, different things that project in my mind this idea that's different than mine of a living situation, because what it causes me to do, it causes me to want those things. I'm like, oh wow, if I could only live in that house, oh, the kids would just be so happy if I could just provide them. And look at what I'm doing now. This is no good. This is not good enough. My children deserve better. That's a damn lie. My children deserve love. So if I had a house and all of those things, I guarantee you, yeah, they might have a whole lot of toys to play with, but will they see me? Will I have the time to give to them? That's the way that the system is set up, and it really pisses me off, because we chase after the wind. We chase after matter and be jacked up, on the inside. And there's so many terrible things going on in the world. And because of technology, we get a chance to see all the beatings, we get to see the arrests, we get to see people just acting stupid, we get to see boys dressing up as girls doing skits and we laugh at them, we get to see girls dressed up like boys and talking about their studs, and and we get to hear auto-tune all the time. Every song that comes out, every song that I hear coming from people's radios is auto-tuned, and it's getting on my nerves. I believe that auto-tune was created to make us stupid. I mean, yeah, black people, African descent, we can turn anything into something beautiful. We can turn anything into something cool. We can turn anything into something creative, because that's who we are. But the thing is, we are taking this stuff from other people and trying to work with the scraps that they have given to us, just like slaves. Just like the food. They gave us the scraps while they ate the portion that was quote unquote good, but they weren't eating good either. Before slavery, after slavery, and these are the after effects. And we're in a freaking land that doesn't even recognize us for the greatness that we are, but we helped to build it. These streets would not even be created if it wasn't for us. But we're chasing everything that they have recycled and given back to us. And it's like, oh, gimme, I need that. And that's because we all have amnesia. And we have forgotten our greatness because we were stripped away from our motherland, and brought into a land and force-fed everything. Brought into a land, stripped away of everything, and then force-fed over generations and generations. And now we don't even freaking know who we are. We are crazy people. And it's not just black people, it's all people. But we are in a poor condition, and it pisses me off. And I said, okay, so after all of my ranting and raving about how crazy the world is and how we're living in this twilight zone, I said, all right, so what are the solutions? Because you always have to have solutions. Don't ever complain without solutions. And I said, what the hell is the solution? Guess what? The solution is me. The finger gets pointed back at me. I'm like, the damn slave master did all of this stuff to us, and then the finger is at me, because it's like, okay, now that you know what you know, what are you gonna do to change it? What are you gonna do? So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna continue to do what I do every day to change my situation, to create something different, to build something different, and I have to use the system. Because that's the way that this crap is set up. You have to have money to create stuff. You have to, it's just like never ending. I try not to say the F word. But that's what I'm going to do. Because I do want to provide for my children. I do want to have a stable living environment. So I jump in the rat race. Just like you do. Just like you do. And we run and we fight, and then those of us that know, they have woken up from the amnesia and looking around, and we can see what they have done. We can see what we have done, because we played along to their fiddle. We played along. We were induced. We were drugged. And now those of us that are waking up, and even though I'm in 2015, no, I wasn't a slave. No, I never knew a slave. But guess what? Slavery is in my blood. Slavery is in your blood. It is etched into our DNA, because we are the offspring of the slaves after generation and generation. So once we wake up, the DNA that is inside of me is from my great, 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 great. The DNA that is inside of me that was passed on from generation, it never died. So you wake up and you realize, wow, this is what happened to my family, and this is why. Look around. What we allowed, because we didn't know. But now when you know, it sometimes feels like it's not much that can change, because it's so deep. The psychological trauma is so deep. So deep. And it seems like stuff will never change. But remember, and I have to remember this too on my rough days, when I feel like, what is the point of all of this stuff? We have to remember. that we can still change the future by the actions and our choices and our decisions and our spirituality that we are creating today. Because we are still powerful beings. We are just in a dormant sleep state, dancing to the fiddler. But once we realize who we are, we can generate that inner strength that we as a people once knew and once had. And then it spreads outwardly. But more and more people have to get there and come together to create something different than what they're creating for us. Peace.